Tonight, small businesses struggle to stay open. Coronavirus cases on the rise. Pfizer almost close to getting FDA approval. And more for November 19th.
This is TNO News Breaking. Here's your host Kathit K with your headlines.
And we start off today's news with the race for vaccine. The breaking news came in yesterday morning that Pfizer's vaccine was 95% effective. Pfizer to seek FDA approval within days. If FDA approves Pfizer's vaccine, storage problems are possible. First, the vaccine has to be kept at super cold temperature or dry ice. Second, some states need it more than others like South Dakota, Missouri, Iowa, Indiana, Illinois, and many other Midwestern states where cases are surging uncontrollably. Third, there may not be enough centers for storage, as many pharmacies and hospitals don't have the capacity to store hundreds of doses. Pfizer's vaccines also requires 2 doses given 2 weeks apart. Pfizer's vaccine also, instead of containing the virus itself, it contains the mRNA of it, which goes in, locks onto the virus cells, defeats them, and creates antibodies. Next, aviation for our special section. The FAA cleared Boeing 737 MAX/MAX 8 to fly after being grounded for nearly 2 years. Flights will start in December for American Airlines, and all others will start next year. When you book your flight, the airline will let you know in advance, and you cancel your booking for free. Coronavirus. As coronavirus cases are rising in all states, lives are being lost too. The U.S. surpassing 250,000 deaths yesterday. The CDC now warns that your feast in Thanksgiving may be a funeral on Christmas. Illinois, Virginia, New York all putting in restrictions to how many people can gather, as fears that the U.S. may get 2 million cases the week after Thanksgiving. Last week, the U.S. confirmed 1 million cases. The number isn't anything though, it's the grief and dread we all go through. So we urge you to please follow the 3 W's. Wash your hands, wash your distance, and wear a face covering. Biden versus Trump. President Trump still not conceding after his defeat in the election against President-elect Joe Biden. Biden talking to governors today about the pandemic. Trump's attorney Rudy Giuliani making an appearance today talking about the federal lawsuits. Recounting underway in Georgia, Pennsylvania, and Michigan already, all besides Georgia under the Trump campaign's request. A recount in Wisconsin is still being debated. The economy. As the stock market surges forward, small businesses are struggling to keep their doors open. A surfboard shop in Galveston, Texas is struggling to even buy supplies right now, as business there goes really low. They weren't even able to pay their rent last month, along with the other 70% of small businesses struggling right now. No sign of this ending is in way. Justice and inequality in America. The violence rate against minorities soaring down. Compared to the rate this summer, the violence rate has gone significantly down. Let's keep it that way, because all lives matter. Hispanic lives matter. White lives matter, Indian lives matter, Black lives matter, Muslim lives matter, Indigenous lives matter. And the main point, all lives matter. Space and technology. Together, U.S. and European partners are preparing to launch the ocean-observing Sentinel-6 microflight satellite, the first of 2 identical satellites to head into Earth orbit to continue #Seeing the Seas, collecting sea level observations for at least the next decade. Join NASA at 5 p.m. EST for a live pre-launch news conference to learn about the spacecraft, the partnerships, and the teams working together to assure a successful launch. Hear from the experts at NASA ESA, NASA's Launch Services Program, the Jet Propulsion Laboratory, and the U.S. Space Force's 30th Space Wing. Sentinel-6 microflight is targeted for liftoff Saturday, November 21st at 12:17 p.m. EST on SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket from Space Launch Complex 4 at Vandenberg Air Force Base in California. Now, a note from NBC's Lester Holt about how 250,000 deaths have passed, but we're all in this together.
As we cross the 250,000 mark of those we've lost to COVID in this country, we find ourselves going through a familiar ritual, a shake of the head, a deep sigh, and a sense of helplessness. But after that, what's left? Maybe anger.
Do 250,000 deaths give us permission to be mad over these super spreader moments? Surely we know better by now. How about anger at those who refuse to wear masks or still cling to denial? In Michigan, it makes Keith Gambrell mad.
My grandfather passed from it. My dad died from it. They both died 6 hours apart from one another. My mother had it. She almost died from it. I had it, and both of my little brothers all had it. Like, it's very real. It's not a joke.
But anger isn't serving us well because Americans keep dying. We're losing people and our collective strength. When's the last time you heard we're all in this together?
I probably don't feel as supported as a whole by the community that I did then. And it's been hard for everybody. But people knew that we were doing this for the greater good, you know. But I feel like people have grown tired of that. We've let our guard down. And this is not the time to let our guard down.
And today we find ourselves wrestling with the same question of what are we willing to give up? Sacrifice. Because this isn't just about lives we're losing, it's about livelihoods.
We were watching this tidal wave, but not running away. And now we're sort of just dealing with the crash.
Michelle Gatton, COVID survivor and New York restaurant owner, says changing rules and restrictions have left her business, like so many, fighting for survival.
Do you feel like the goalpost is being moved on you?
Constantly. I feel like if we understood why these changes are coming at us, then it would help us, because we want to do it. We want to keep everyone safe, and we want to take care of our community.
We are all clawing for equilibrium, our businesses, our schools, and above all, our very lives. Maybe it's time to turn that mad into resolve to beat this virus before it beats us.
And by the way, we are still in this together.
And that's all we have for TNO News Breaking November 19th. We hope you guys have a great weekend. Please continue to take care of yourself and each other. Please watch our live interview today with KHOU 11 on Houston live at 6:08 p.m. Central Standard Time. The article will be published after 7 o'clock. Thank you and have a great day. Please continue to take care of yourself and each other.